Are we going up or are we going down? I'm not entirely sure where we're going.
Ah, here we are.
Talk to Morihiko. That must be you, sir.
Hello, Morihiko. How's business these days?
Yoimiya, there you are. I thought you might show up.
This guy has voice acted multiple characters in this game, I swear.
Ha, no need to beat around the bush. You're here for the fireworks materials, I assume. I put a batch aside just for you. It'll definitely be enough.
Huh? Really? How did you know?
Because a fireworks show is coming up. And that usually means you'll be running all over the place trying to get your hands on some last-minute materials. I've come to expect it now. There's always a few extras unaccounted for, eh?
Oh, I'm so sorry for bothering you every time.
Ah, come on now. You know I didn't mean it like that. I'd sooner have my business go under than turn down one of your requests.
Not to mention, you're paying him for the goods, so he'd be glad to get the extra business every single time.
What about you two? Are you the ones needing some fireworks made?
I mean, we don't need them made, but thank you ever so much.
It's no trouble at all, my friend.
Of course it's not. You're making money. Of course it's no trouble.
Once when I had an argument with my son, Yoimiya was the one who came and calmed him down. I'm hopeless at communicating with him. If it wasn't for Yoimiya, who knows? He probably would have run away by now.
Nah, he was never gonna come to that. He's a sensitive kid and he cares a lot about your feelings. It's just, he doesn't know how to express it. Maybe if you turn that frown upside down once in a while, he might feel more at ease.
Yeah, I guess I'm probably too serious around him.
Is this his son?
Which is strange, because I don't think I'm anything like that when I'm talking with other people.
You don't look nearly old enough to be that dude's father.
Don't worry about it. No one's perfect. If you have any more trouble in the future, just come to me. Even if it's not fireworks related, I'll happily oblige. Customers come first. Always.
All right then. Everyone's always saying what a good kid you are. Your father must be very proud of you. Go ahead and take the ore, by the way. It's on the house.
Oh, no you don't. That's out of the question.
Why would he do that? He's making so much money.
Don't worry. Just take it as a token of my gratitude.
Wow. He really is a terrible businessman.
Gratitude won't pay your bills, though. Don't do this to me. Can't we just play by normal business rules here?
I already said it's fine. Please, just take it. Surely you've got a load of other things you need to get done today.
What's that got to do with payment for the
How
ore?
about this then? I'll record this in my notebook, and we can consider it a down payment against any fireworks you want to purchase in the future.
There's no convincing you, is there? All right then. Pass on my regards to your dad. Tell him Morihiko wishes him health and happiness.
Will do. You look after yourself as well. Don't push yourself too hard. You don't want to make yourself ill again.
He can't hear you. He's already walked away from you.
Everyone seems to really like you, Yoimiya.
Seems like you'd happily do anything for anyone. Fireworks are pretty important to Inazumans, huh?
Well, for one thing, if you want to commemorate something, naturally you're gonna want something loud, bright, and beautiful.
Well, not always. Not if it's a sad commemoration, you don't.
But I think more importantly than
Solemn
that,
commemoration?
everyone trusts us. If it wasn't for our customers, we wouldn't be able to stay in business.
What kind of a phrase is that? Oh, without the people who actually buy our things, we wouldn't be able to stay in business. Well, of course, because you wouldn't have a profession.
Anyway, we've got all the materials we need now, so that solves that problem.
What would you do otherwise? Make fireworks just for yourself? Like, of course you need the customers.
Next, we just need to go find someone to process them.
Such a weird statement to make. Wait. We mean someone to process them. You mean you don't do it yourself? Huh. Oops, outside the building.
Hajime, Mr. Aminoma, it's me.
Ah, Yoimiya. If I'm not mistaken, you must be here for some firework materials.
Seems like everyone knows how busy Yoimiya gets leading up to the fireworks show.
I'm very sorry. Would you be able to wait for a while? I have quite a backlog of weapons orders right now.
I think the fireworks are a little more important in the sense that they're more time sensitive than the weapons.
No worry. Oh, wait. Actually, Yeah, that could be a problem. Some worries. How about this? Do you need a hand? As long as we can get through your orders, you can help me process my ore, right?
Do you even know how to make weapons with an anvil at a smithy? Smithy? I don't think you do.
That will depend on my master.
Oh, you don't mind, do you, Mr. Amenoma? As you know, it's not long now until the Naganohara fireworks show starts.
It's your fault for leaving things to the last minute.
There's still a lot of fireworks left to make if I don't finish them on time.
Talkative as ever, I see, dear child. The essence of Amenoma art is patience and focus. When the mind is disturbed, it will show in the blade that is forged. If you badger Hajime like this, you will only succeed in disrupting his concentration.
But this is a special circumstance, surely. The Naganohara fireworks show is right around the corner.
See my previous point. It's her own fault for leaving things last minute.
So give me your ore, and I will process it for you.
Huh? Master, you mean you'll do the work personally?
This is really awkward. Having him make this weapon while he's not looking at it. And it's weird having this conversation while still smashing that. This whole situation here looks so awkward. He should have stopped what he's doing to have a conversation.
Is that so surprising? It is, after all, the only option.
Thank you for helping out, Mr. Amenoma.
You're quite welcome. The Naganohara fireworks show is an important event. This I know well. In addition to this, I am indebted to Ryunosuke for all the business he has given me. But Yoimiya, you should plan things more carefully.
See, it's
in
not
the
just me
future.
saying this.
Do not rush everything at the last minute.
Exactly.
I'll try my best. In the future, I'll get some extra materials in to cover any unexpected changes of plan late in the day.
It's what you should always have done. Like, honestly, if you've been doing this for years and the same situation has popped up every single year, it's really on you to not be ahead of things.
Though for you, dear child, no matter how much you prepare in advance, it may never be enough.
That's depressing.
Excuse me. I will be back shortly.
That's very depressing. He finishes processing the
Wow,
ore.
Mr. Amenoma! Just look at the shape and size of these grains. It's beautiful. I'm at a loss for words.
I mean the shape of their grains. They're grains. Why do they have a shape other than just tiny little balls?
It's been a while since I've seen you take up your tools, but it looks like your craft hasn't degraded one bit.
Of course. I have studied these techniques my whole life.
So, have Amenoma Art and Naganohara Fireworks been working together for a long time already?
Oh my gosh, I'm so tempted to just skip through this whole thing. I'm so
Back
bored.
in the day, it was my master.
I
And
don't care.
Ryunosuke's father.
I really don't.
The people may have changed from one generation to another, but the ingredients required to make fireworks have
You
remained
are
the
an
same.
insignificant NPC. I really don't care about your problems and your history and whatnot. Can we just get back to Yoimiya and get on with her side of things?
Hajime, in the future, this will be up to you.
I know.
All right, I won't bother you guys any longer. Oh, remember to come and watch the fireworks. Okay, time to head off. Koichi probably isn't back just yet, but let's go wait for him.
This way. I hate that. Instead of just stopping, I wish if she's going to spring out, she'd at least pop up and keep going, like, in this form, as opposed to her slurry form. I really don't get why she has to stop. It just makes transport very, very stop-start.
Just as I thought, he isn't back yet. But not to worry, because actually, I've been hoping for a chance to have a nice long chat with you all day.
Oh my god, you've done nothing but talk to me.
Sorry for dragging you with me everywhere. Everyone's been so good to me, though. It's all gone really smoothly.
Feels like Paimon has barely spoken a word this whole trip.
Oh, thank god it's not just me. You seem to get along well with everyone. It was nice just listening quietly.
I felt like I was neglecting you guys, so I wanted to find an opportunity to catch up.
Catch up about what?
When we first met, I was in a hurry. We didn't have the chance to sit down and have a proper chat.
And that's okay. Why are you gonna make such a big deal out of it?
You guys are travelers, right? So, where else did you go before coming to Inazuma?
Snore.
Ooh, sounds great! I heard they pretty much have no rules over there, right? So people are free to live their life however they want, doing whatever makes them happy.
I mean, that's not entirely true. There are still rules and laws, just not in the sense of Inazuma.
My pops actually received a gift from one of his old customers over there. It was from the winery or something.
Dawn Winery! Their dandelion wine is super famous.
Yes, that's the one. I remember when he drank it. I've never seen him enjoy a bottle of wine so much in his life. He was telling me all night about how good it tasted. My friend once said to me that only people with a strong will and a clear purpose decide to go traveling. Maybe it's to see a certain view or to fulfill a certain wish. So, what made you guys embark on your treacherous journey to Inazuma?
You think it's a little personal? To track down an enemy god and look for my lost brother.
And we're looking for answers from the gods, too.
You were separated from your family because of a god? Oh, that must be really tough.
I'm slowly learning to cope.
I get it. Well, if that's how it is, then that's how it is. You know, I was going to ask if you guys wanted to stay here in Inazuma.
Why the hell would I want to stay here? You've got an oppressive ruler god. You're stealing everybody's visions. You won't let people leave. Why the heck would I want to stay here?
Unlike the outside world, what Inazuma seeks is eternity. In other words, a state of tranquility where very little ever changes.
I mean, I'm a person who hates change, but even I can see that change is necessary in life.
The advantage of that is that if you're ever tired from your journey, Inazuma's a great place to come and rest.
If you can get in,
Let me put it this way.
you know, the storm.
I was just worried that you might be getting weary. If you keep pressing on in that state, you might start to lose sight of the things that made you want to start your journey in the first place.
She's fine. She's driven.
Sometimes. That's also just how it is.
When you're exhausted, everything becomes an uphill struggle. Even trying to have fun. You won't be able to enjoy yourself if you're too tired.
Do you have a point?
An adventurer friend of mine once told me that if you're too focused on reaching the end of the race, you'll miss a lot of opportunities and precious moments to be had along the way. Don't worry though, I'm sure I can think of some way to get you feeling relaxed and happy.
Who said I wasn't relaxed and happy?
And you're here now, so even if you're gonna leave eventually, I want to make sure you at least leave with fond memories.
You don't even know me.
Who knows? Once you're reunited with your family, maybe you'll find Inazuma the right kind of place to call home.
See, previous point. There's no way in hell I want to call this place home. Ever. Okay, maybe not ever. Once this Koku degree is fixed up, the Shogun's eliminated from a position of oppressiveness, even though, you know, character story shit means it's going to be different than what we think it's going to be. And, you know, the storm disappears and you can freely leave and arrive, you know, at will. Maybe then. But until then, hell no. I'll add it to my list of candidates.
I already have an idea of the color and type of fireworks I want to give you guys. I'll keep it a secret for now, though.
You know, this entire conversation was a waste of time.
Yoimiya, I'm back. Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head over to the boat. Or, did you want to keep chatting a little longer?
It seems like that conversation was really just in place to bulk out the length of her story. It was really unnecessary. You could have just gone straight to him already being here. We just finished as it happens.
Okay, good. Let's go then. Just act naturally, though we don't want to raise any suspicion.
Suspicion? Me? Never.
If it can withstand the storms out on the ocean, it must be super sturdy. Right?
I bloody hope so.
Absolutely. Rest assured that the quality is guaranteed.
Somehow I'm starting to have my doubts. Go and confirm the ship's condition. Yeah. It's not going to be up to scratch.
That's way too small.
It is technically sturdy, though.
Can't be helped, I'm afraid.
It does remind me of
This is the
Batsuko,
biggest
actually.
and sturdiest boat that I can provide. It's built from the finest Inazuman timber. Still, I'll be the first to admit that if he's planning to ride this into the storm, it's going to be exceedingly dangerous.
I'm also hoping Sakajiro won't have to use it. It's just there as a last resort. I gotta say though, Koichi, it feels like your craft has improved once again.
I'm not the one you should be praising. It's all thanks to the guys who kindly pitched in. To avoid detection, we each worked on our own materials separately, then assembled them secretly in the night. This is the largest we could afford to build. Any bigger, and there's no way it would pass the Tenryou Commission's inspection.
Let's store the boat here for now, then. I'll fill Sakujiro in when I get back. He'll need to make some preparations before setting sail.
Are you just leaving it on the beach? I mean, children can come past and find it. Adults going for a stroll along the sand can find it. This is really not a good place to store it.
Uh-oh. Paimon feels really worried all of a sudden. Doesn't helping Sakujiro make you a collaborator in the eyes of the Tenryou Commission?
How is she not already a collaborator?
Maybe it does, but I knew what I was getting into from the moment I agreed to help him. My family has pretty good connections with the Yashiro Commission. We work very closely with them. And whenever there's a national event of any sort, the other two commissions come to us too. As long as I'm polite and respectful and don't cause a fuss, they won't look to cause trouble for me either. And anyway, to your point about collaboration, you've been helping out too, right?
Wow, way to implicate me.
That's true. This was all a collaborative effort. Wait. Oh no!
It wasn't really. I've done literally nothing. We were chased by the Lilith and Liyue too. Do we have to be the bad guys of Inazuma as well?
Ah, so you're seasoned crooks already, eh? Don't know what I was worried about then. Anyway, thanks for everything, Koichi. And your fireworks are ready, so just go pick them up from my house whenever you want. While you're there, you can get my pops to settle the boat construction fees.
Oh, don't worry about paying anything. Third Sis would be sure to scold me if she found out I'd taken Mora from the Naganoharas.
Who's Third Sis?
Oh, let me explain this one. It's a story my pops told me. There used to be a thriving merchants guild in Inazuma. It got really prosperous.
Again, I don't care. This is about NPCs we are never going to meet or interact with again in the entire game. What is the point?
At one point, there were a dozen or so kids born around the same time to the families of the guild. They all grew up together, each of them learning their respective family's business. They were a tightly knit group of friends. But eventually, they all grew up and decided they each wanted to go into business themselves.
I really don't like that these two story quests are compulsory to the main story. If I actually enjoyed these story quests, I'd be totally on board. I'm like, yay, this is so cool, it all ties in. This shit does not tie in. It's so weird that it's forcing you to do them when you weren't forced to do any of the previous ones. You did them all by choice. I really, considering how much I dislike these story quests, even though I keep doing them and still have one more to go, I just don't like that they're compulsory in this sense.
It was inevitable that business would send them all to different corners of the world, and that they'd have far less opportunity to see each other in the future.
That's right. Just before we went our separate ways, the eldest of the group suggested that we should all go watch some fireworks together one last time.
They were all very ambitious types, and each had their own knack for doing business. One by one, they left, until Koichi was the only one of them remaining in Inazuma. After that, he hardly saw them. But whenever one of them did come back to visit, fireworks would always be involved.
How riveting.
Yeah, no matter how close you and your friends are, there's always going to be some distance after being separated for a long time. But as soon as the fireworks lit up the sky, it'd instantly take us right back to our childhood, and we'd be chatting away like in the old days. To us, those memories are eternal.
Oh, so this is what you meant when you were talking about commemorating things.
Yep, that's exactly right. That's why I can't let people down when they're counting on me for their fireworks. Anyway, I need to go update Sakujiro. See you, Koichi. Thanks again for your help.
Yeah, I should get out of here too. I don't want to get caught red.
Okay, story time.
No, fuck your story time. I am not listening. Ah, blessed
But there
silence.
are so many of them in that friendship group, and I don't remember anything from that age anyway. So I never have a clue who they are.
Well,
One time,
we missed
he
half the
shows up
story.
with another one
That's
of his
good.
friends, and the friend asks me if I remembered him. So I'm like, yes! The boat is ready and waiting. I'll mark the location for you on the map. Before you leave, I recommend that you pack some food and water. You can never be too prepared.
And maybe a life jacket. You're gonna need it.
After how much effort it took to get back in,
It's hard to convince myself to leave again. Especially when I'll be going up against the stormy ocean on a tiny little boat. My prospects don't look great.
I really just don't have any sympathy for you. I don't know why you came back. I think you're an idiot for coming back in the first place, no matter your reasons, given how difficult it is to leave again. And I just don't understand why, if you really wanted to get out, why you wouldn't do whatever it takes to get out. I still don't know. Why did you come here? I can't find that I care for your plight without knowing why you did something so stupid like that.
Well, they won't look much better if you get caught by the Tenryou Commission. I'm afraid that sooner or later they are going to find you here. Time is starting to run out.
What have you done wrong?
I'm sorry. I'll make sure to get out of here before they come. I promise I won't cause you and your family any more trouble.
I didn't mean it like that. If we ever ran into any problems, I'm sure I'd figure something out. But if the Tenryou Commission does catch up to you, then make a run for the boat.
Is the Tenryou Commission just after him because he smuggled himself in? I really don't understand why they're chasing him.
Okay, I won't let them catch me. But... no, I guess this whole trip was a waste in the end.
And you're surprised how?
Why did you want to come back to Inazuma anyway? Is there something you wanted to do?
I didn't used to like this place at all. That's why I left. But looking back on things now, I was really just running away from my responsibilities. Once I started to realize that, I got restless. I couldn't stop thinking about the people and the things I'd left behind. So forget it. What does it matter now? It's too late anyway. I originally wanted to make up for all my regrets, but instead, I found myself in the situation I'm in now.
That's why you came back? Wow. I have zero sympathy for you. It's the stupidest reason to come back into a situation you know you can't escape from. You know you can't leave this place. So why the frig would you come back for such a pathetic reason? Oh my god, I'm so done with you.
What a pity.
Have you ever tried to maybe think ahead and, think about the consequences of your actions?
Talk to us about it. Maybe we could...
We don't want to.
If only there was no Sakoku decree, huh? Anyway, don't worry. We're not going to bother you about it. We'll keep trying to buy you as much time as possible until you reach your final decision.
Can you hurry up and make that decision?
The Tenryou Commission. If only they weren't so overzealous, there might be a way.
Oh yeah, sure. Let's just go kill them all. That'd dissolve everything.
Oh, that's right. That elderly couple, old customers of ours. Their son's in the Tenryou Commission, isn't he? Yeah, quite high up as well. That's it. I'll go talk to them. Maybe they can do something.
Are you sure they won't just report me instead?
Oh, don't worry about that. They're really nice people. I know them well. They won't cause us any issues.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You should get back indoors, Sakujiro. We'll be back in no time at all.
How long is this story quest?
Okay, let's go. Time waits for no one.
I want to stop, but if I stop, it means I'm halfway through a story quest, and next time I play, I've got to do this shit anyway.
Wait, hang on. What about the fireworks?
Oh,
materials?
I don't
There's
care.
So many orders to finish.
I really don't.
Pops? Pops? No, never mind. I know. I'll write him a note telling him to sort out the fireworks.
As long as you give him the note and don't just leave it lying around, expecting him to do it.
Ahem. Why did you cut time on us earlier?
Oh god.
Well, if it isn't Yoimiya. Come on in, dear. Come and take a seat. Are these two your friends?
Yes, they're travelers from afar. Outsiders have a very difficult time getting into Inazuma nowadays.
Indeed, these are unprecedented times. But seeing as they came all this way, we locals should give them a warm welcome.
Oh, before I forget, I brought the fireworks that you ordered.
Oh, thank you, dear. Your family is so good to us every year. First your father, and now you. I wonder if I'll still be around to see the next hair of Naganahara fireworks.
Of course you will. You're both in great health. Don't say things like that. It's bad luck.
You do know they're talking about your child, right?
We aren't as young as we once were, though. The body knows it. It used to be that I could spend all day working the land.
Oh, woe is me.
carrying
I'm
water.
old. I
wanted
don't
to do
care.
some
I
weeding
don't care.
yesterday.
You're old. Get over
No
it.
worries.
It's the
Say
wave
no
of
more.
flesh.
No, no, no.
I want to hear you
We
complaining
can't be
about
putting
it.
you to work when you're a guest in our home. I'll just go fetch the tea and some snacks, and then we'll continue our conversation.
It's fine. It's not like it's the first time I've helped you with chores. I just haven't had much time recently with the fireworks show coming up. But once that's out of the way, I'll be sure to come by more often.
It's no trouble, really. We don't mind helping.
My face is so unimpressed.
Oh, you're such good kids. As for mine, he's all grown up now. Hasn't found anyone yet. And he doesn't visit very often. If you're quite sure it's no trouble, then I have some pickled radish here. Would you mind delivering it to Satoru on the other side of the village?
Sure. It won't take us a moment. The old folks aren't very mobile, so come on, let's help them out. We'll get rid of the weeds first, and then deliver...
Where are these weeds? What are these weeds?
My apologies.
Didn't work? Damn it. I was hoping it would. You know, this is what they pay people to do. The Dewey Gardens.
You got it. And that should just about do it. Satoru is on the other side of the village. Let's go see him now.
Is this Satoru? I wouldn't call this the other side of the village. They could have done this themselves. It would have taken 2
Hey,
seconds.
Satoru, how have you been? Keeping well?
Yeah, same as usual. Not much has changed. You're looking full of life, as always.
All thanks to the support of our loyal customers. The family business just keeps getting better and better. We sold some fireworks to Liu a while back, and word is they were a real hit. So it looks like we'll be getting more business from over there in the future.
That must mean a lot more work for you, though. Are you sure you and Mr. Ryunosuke can manage? If it gets too much, don't forget, you can always ask me for help.
What's with the weird accent?
We should be fine. I think we can cope. Oh, yeah. This is some pickled radish from Mrs. Imatani.
Oh, wow, thank you so much. I never used to be a fan of pickled radish, would you believe? But then I tried some of Mrs. Imatani's homemade stuff and I couldn't get enough of it. It's a family staple now.
Speaking of your family, how's everyone doing?
They're doing well. We have the
don't
occasional
care.
heated argument, but I guess that's every family ever. Being close to family is better than now, Mr. and...
They didn't seem that way to me. You make a good point, though. I should drop by more often in the future. That way, they won't get so bored.
Oh, I'm sure they'd love that. As would all of us in Konda Village. You're always welcome here.
Now that we finished all the chores, it's time to talk to the Imatanis about Sakujiro.
She could go up it, but she can't get off it. Very frustrating.